things they are not telling you before you say I do. Hello, my co-host. How are you doing? Happy Sunday and happy Valentine. As you can see, I have my red hair and my red top and my red rose, sharing the love week. Okay, even though it is not all rosy, but I still had to make it rosy because this is what happens when you are a content creator. And today it's absolutely great for me to pass this message that I want to pass today, because it actually coincides with what I am currently going through. But this is a better way to share, to help other people do things better without making mistakes. So, things they are not telling you. And what inspired this video is following the Tuface Idibia video that is circulating round. It is a complete pack. And another video that I saw, another lady lamenting about her marriage, and then another lady that is lamenting that she hasn't gotten married, where she's over 40 but hasn't yet got married, and she was weeping and crying. So all these are different packs of emotion that women are going through, that I really feel that some people hasn't really got it. Things they are not telling you before the wedding bell rings. But before I do that, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video. And yeah, let's watch this video together. Hear her.
Hate being married. I long for the day to be single again. The only thing that's causing me to stay and stick it out is because I've been a housewife for 10 years. And to get back out there in the workforce with a mental illness, there's some fears that I have. But I literally do hate being married. So y'all know how I say that I always use my content to push my pain into purpose, make y'all laugh. A lot of this pain is connected to my marriage. A lot of it. I just try my hardest not to put it out there, and I'm still not going to go into details.
That's good.
But just know that this shit is not fucking gold.
And it's not
And no matter how much I try, no matter what I do, at the end of the day, I still just want the fuck out. I want to be single. I know I can love myself better alone than anybody can love me with them. I love who I am, but I do not love who I am with this person. I hate being fucking married. And on my life, once this shit is over, I would never fucking get married again.
You hear what she said? She hate being married. But not that she really hate being married, but she hates being married to the person she is married to. That's one. Two, she communicates, but she doesn't really want to put her family out there, because when women love, they still put it together to hide the nakedness of their partner, no matter what they go through. And women can carry on like this for years, that one day you might see them pack up and move, and then people will start talking. How can a woman leave her marriage after so many years? But what you don't know is what she had been enduring for years, trying to cover the nakedness of her family, but this man kept on going. I mean, this can also be vice versa. And then I'm going also to play the video of Idibia, which also broke my heart.
I am going to scatter everything. Nobody knows the rest of my angry woman. I will ruin everything. Hello, Idibia family. This is Annie. You know, said that I was with my husband today. Peaceful, nothing happened. My husband told me he had a shoot today. Only for him to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped him plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America, planned by himself, F.L. Moribe, and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. don't. I know this is not your business. But I can't call any member of his family. I can't even call his manager. He will not take my call because he thinks I'm the reason. He thinks I'm in his way. He thinks I'm in his way. So he, FA would never take my call. He don't send it on his way to America without telling me. Without telling me. Without telling me. He's going to seek Pharaoh in America. And his other kid.
Yep. This is a tip of an iceberg of different situations of different women. While I know the full story of Annie Idibia, I do not know the full story of the other lady because probably she had been using her issues to make content. Of course, just like my platform, all of the things I share on my platform are inspired by my life experience. My life experiences, the things I have witnessed, and also the things I am also going to share on here is also backed based on my experience. Sometimes you don't even know how to share it, but all you can do is to drop bits and pieces of it as an advice for other ladies to pick if they want to pick, or for other people who cares to learn. If they believe, if they want to hear, they hear. If they don't want to hear, they leave it there. So between these two women, the first lady that I played her clip, like I said, she have realized that she will be happier by herself, but then she is still stuck in the marriage for a reason best known for her, perhaps because they already have children and she doesn't know how to walk away leaving her children, or perhaps there are some other entanglement that is making it very difficult for her to leave the marriage. Meanwhile, this is impacting heavily on her mental health. Like you heard her say, she cannot even work. And the second lady, Annie Idibia, is a lady, is a wife of a popular musician in Nigeria called Tuface, Tubaba, that over the years, Tubaba was well known when he was coming up or when he became a popular artist for impregnating different women, even while dating Annie. But despite subsequent impregnation, despite subsequent attitude of getting various women pregnant, Annie still stayed by him until he married her, and she went ahead to give him 2 children added to the children that he had from other women. Down the line, this guy hasn't stopped. And clearly have no respect or dignity for this lady, Annie Idibia. Even while they were getting married, or while he was getting so many women impregnated and Annie was still there back in the days, I kept asking myself, why is she there? Did she just stay there because Tuface Idibia is a celebrity, he's got money or whatever? But she is also educated and got, she's an artist as well. She's got a career, she's educated. I didn't understand this fully well until I went to Cross River State, even though Annie is from Akwa Ibom, but I believe that Cross River State and Akwa Ibom, they share some cultures together. So when I went to Akwa Ibom, I realized that there is this unique character in the way they carry on relationship, in that I saw so many women that are in similar situation as looking like what Annie Idibia and Tuface Idibia had, whereby the men go along with so many women procreating here and there, and the women still get one. You will still see one woman that still gets stuck on them, hoping and fighting for the man to wife them. And I really, it didn't make sense. And despite what they see, the things that the men were doing, you will see them still love the man wholeheartedly, like nothing really happened. We saw the case of a priest. It doesn't make sense, because that was the first time I was seeing a priest impregnating women and nothing is done about it, and he was still a priest, a principal, or heading the school. And there was also a situation of a man that impregnates the daughter Not even once, not even twice. And the wife was still there covering things up. Like, I couldn't make shit out of it. And then one of our bosses, where we were 7, had like 5 baby mamas, or even up to 7 baby mamas. I can't keep count. But there is this young girl that he was training in school that was still dying head over heel, praying midnight prayer for this man to wife her. And eventually he did wife her. And one thing in common with all of these women is that despite the portfolios of women they knew that these men kept, they still love these men unconditionally. Even the ones that their men were good. One thing that I found with I found very unique about Cross River women, and I believe Akwa Ibom women, is that when they love, they put aside all the deficiencies of the man and love the man with their whole heart. And also, this is the reason why when they meet a good man, it will look like they use some kind of the love potion to hold the man, because they will treat the man so kindly that the man cannot make a move. But when you flip the table around, if they marry a very bad guy, despite how much they pour love on this guy, because this guy hasn't even learned how to love himself, this guy will never give it back to them. Instead, this man will rub it all over their faces. And this is exactly what is happening to Annie Idibia. Annie Idibia saw the bad side, the weaknesses of Tuface Idibia, but she chose to love him that way, hoping that the love she pours on him will change everything, which for every sensible man, that should happen. But unfortunately, Tuface is what he is, that it never changes anything. Instead, he kept on going that way, and he felt like it is his right. Unfortunately, it is what it is in the country where we come from, that nothing is going to happen. So it has degenerated to the point where we are now hearing that before the Valentine's Day, that he engaged this honorable of a lady, a 31 years old honorable from Ebo. And while he is still married, because he just announced his divorce, the processes hasn't been concluded, and he was already proposing to this honorable, while news was spreading that the wife, or the allegedly estranged wife, is at rehab, allegedly. On the other side, his mother came out. His mother came out and started saying that people should warn this particular young girl to leave his son alone, that she gave him a bracelet and a necklace, and after that, since on the 10th, they couldn't see their brother again. He disappeared to oblivion. And this is funny, because is it not the same attitude that he had been doing before? And what made it different that the mother said, I know my son, he is not like this, because he is still going through divorce? This is a character that is associated to him since he came to the limelight, and it had turned Annie into a crazy person, that she had now had to come out online to be talking exactly the way you see her talk. And that is the side effect that they are not telling you about things you need to know before the wedding bell rings. There are lines you need to draw. Whatever you are looking for in a man, there are extents that you need to say enough is enough and go away, no matter how you love the man. Because some things may never work in your favor. Some things will turn you around and bring out someone you never knew that existed inside of you. So today, I am going to share with you 5 things that I feel, no matter what you are doing as a woman anywhere, it may be applicable to men, I don't know, but men can pick from it. But because I am a woman, and I don't know if I have gone over it, because I am a woman and I have experienced this, I am going through this journey, and I can tell you for free that this may not be easy, but this will be the best thing you will do for yourself as a woman before the wedding bell rings. If you have 110 things you are looking for in a man, these 5 things will save you from misery. I don't care how old you are. I don't care whatever that is happening. As long as you are still single and you haven't made the mistake, these 5 things, if you check them, you are good to go. But if you do not check them, please do yourself a favor. Go back to the drawing board, okay? Number 1 of it, avoid a man with no hierarchy. Avoid a man with no hierarchy. A man with no hierarchy is a man that has no one he listens to or respects. That's a man with no hierarchy. He has no father figure to listen to or respect. He has no mentor. He has no brother. He has no best friend. He has absolutely nobody he respects. That man is a time bomb. Why is he a time bomb? Because marriage is not a bed of roses. No matter how you connect with somebody, both of you must fall out. Sometimes it might even be so disastrous that only 2 of you will not be able to mediate between the 2 of you. You might need a counselor. You might need an external person. What if you cannot afford a counselor? That is where this honest mentor, remember, it is not just a mentor, an honest mentor, you know, that stands by his truth and says the truth and can look at you, both of you, in the face and say the truth exactly how it is without painting it. That is the person you need to have, and your husband needs to have that, because he should be able to be accountable to someone, and you should be able to be accountable to someone, and both of you should be able to be accountable to each other. If not, you are in trouble. I'm going to make them all very short. Number 2, as a woman, you get into a family, no one likes you in that family. There is nobody you can hold conversation with. There is nobody that trusts you. There's nobody that have your back in that family. My dear, walk. No matter how you love that man, I bet you there will be a time you will need those family members, and because they don't like you, they haven't welcomed you, they don't have your back, and you will sink. And if that man, turns his back on you, you are doomed, because you have nobody to run to. Blessed be you if you have your family to go to, but what if you don't have your family and his family are the only one, and then they don't even approve of you? They don't even care about you. You can't even speak to anybody. Like, it's just you and him. You are done because your mental health is off the roof. Number 3, if you are dating a man and he has a constant pattern of disrespect and manipulation, that is a red flag, because he can't change. You can't change him. Only him will make the decision to work on himself to change. So if you see this is a red flag warning that will tell you this needs to be checked. Do not say I do if this is not sorted out. And number 4, if he lacks emotional stability and conflict management skill, you are in for trouble, because this is basically bound in communication. Let's call it communication. If both of you cannot communicate, he cannot be stable to listen to you. He cannot be stable to understand what you are saying so that both of you can resolve your conflict. What's that relationship? The relationship, it doesn't even exist, because what builds relationship is communication. So if that is not there, sorry, that wedding bell ring shouldn't be ringing, because that is a big red flag. And the final one is unresolved anger. Unresolved anger. If your man has unresolved anger issue, personal issues that he hasn't resolved, the fact remains that he will always be triggering it on you. That unresolved anger could be pains from his past relationship, things that happened to him in childhood, how he was raised. A lot of things can be things that triggers anger. Like I said, this can be the same case for a man, it can be the same case for a woman. But because I am a woman, I am talking to women especially, but men can take cues from it. These are not exhaustive lists, but these are 5 major things that if they are not there, my dear, saying I do, you are risking your mental health. So finally, or as a woman, what can you do to be able to make sure, this is especially for the lady that are over 40 crying because she haven't said I do. Listen, while it is painful that you are at a certain age, you haven't said I do, I also want you to look at certain things and work on it, because so many things might be the reason why you haven't been able to attract the right man. So first thing I would say, love yourself. First thing I would say, love yourself. No matter how old you are, you haven't seen a man, things haven't fallen in line the way you wanted it, don't worry. Love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to eat right. Exercise, work out, meet friends. If you have a group of friends that you feel like you're not thriving in there, find other groups of friends that you can thrive. Do things that will lift your spirit. Learn to build your mind positively, because by the time you learn to love yourself, it will open door for someone else to love you. Number two, if you are in a relationship and it is not working, you are literally pushing it to work. My dear, walk away. It doesn't have to work. I know sometimes you will love a man so much that it will be so difficult for you to walk away. If it is not working, if it is a bag of red flag, no matter how much you love the man, no matter how difficult it is, walk away. It will take you time to cry, to grieve, to grieve the loss, cry over it, but you will get over it, and at the end you will get something that is most suitable for you. You don't have to stick to something that is not working, because at the end it is better you walk away than staying in it, so that you won't say had I known. Don't waste your time, please. Number three thing I want you to know is that it will never be perfect. So if you have a list of 10 things that you are looking for in a man, out of that 10 things, take the three. If you can see the three major deal breakers that will break you as a human being, turn you into craziness, turn you into an animal you never knew that existed in you. If that thing doesn't, if you see those traits and there is no working around it, my dear, walk. No matter what you are looking for, no matter your tolerant level as a woman, as a human being, no matter your tolerant level, you should have a deal breaker that when that deal breaker strikes, no matter how you love the person, know that there is no remedy to this. Please walk to save your mental health, because it is important. Number four, it is not a problem to be single. I know in the society we came from, people shame women for being single, but the fact remains that there are so many reasons why women remain single. Some may be their fault, some may not be their fault. And some of the reasons personally I have identified and embraced why some women stay single, that people have not entirely understood it, but instead they kept pointing fingers on women, and women out of shame walk into things, into relationships. They walk into saying I do, knowing clearly well that this is unhealthy health, but because of societal shame on women being single, because there is an age limit for women to give birth, there is age limit for everything for women, they will shamefully get into what the society make them get into, and at the end they end up in a worse situation than they would have been even when they were single. And some of these things are over selection can be the reason why some women are still single, are still in their single stage. So in this case, I will tell you to be more realistic. You don't have to be over selective. Be more realistic. You don't have to be looking out of your league. You don't have to be looking for something that is not realistic in a man, something that even you cannot offer a man. You are looking for it. My dear, please stop it. Be realistic, and you will find yourself a suitable husband that will make you happy. Some women, it is simply that they haven't found the right clique. Maybe because where they are at the wrong place where they will meet the right people, because there are some women that are actually at the wrong place suitable for them to find the right partner. In this case, I would say, if you feel that the environment that you are in is no longer serving you and you are not meeting the right men there, try and move. Maybe when you move, you'll be able to attract people, or maybe there are certain kind of life you have lived there that is causing you not to be able to attract the right men. You can change your environment, and things might literally change for you. And some people, the reason why they are single is because they want what they want. which is very okay. If you want what you want and you think that this is exactly what will make you happy, and you feel and hope and is confident that you will get it, why not? It is okay. Say and hope and pray you will get it. And some women are single because they simply don't want to engage with anybody. They want to be single, and it is okay too. If you don't want to get married, if you don't want to stay with anybody, you are okay with the way you are. It doesn't matter what the society say. It doesn't matter what anybody say. Stay and have fun with yourself. It is okay. And the last of it is ancestral issues. This is something that most people don't even consider, that kept many women single, or is keeping so many women single. Ancestral covenants, ancestral issues. So when a woman is, entangled with ancestral issues, ancestral covenants, they might be meeting with men they might be the best of their behavior, they might be in the best of their behavior, they might be well educated, they might have all the money, they might have all the good characters, and they may actually be attracting men. But then when they attract good men, those good men will be like and they walk away, not with their clear eyes, but because there is an ancestral covenant that is preventing this girl from finishing the line. And some will also, typically, the ancestral covenant will make the wrong men to be coming their way, the wrong men that would definitely be blocking their ways, be scattering things in their life, that at the end of the day they will say, no, instead of me to get married, I'd rather stay, and this will be delaying them. So there are so many things surrounding ancestral covenants and ancestral issues that people do not know, and they will be mouthing women about getting married, and out of frustration, a woman might not resolve these issues and get into marriage. At the end of the day, it still ends up in disaster because that covenant needs to be broken. So these are some of the issues surrounding women being single, that the society will shame them into saying I do, even when they know that they are not supposed to say I do in that very marriage. So above all, know your threshold for your mental health. Men are what they are. When they show you their colors, please see it for what it is. If you can't handle it, walk away before that marriage bell rings, because marriage is good, but you need to heal yourself. You need to learn who you are. You need to know who you are and how to love yourself before you can be able to love others. Okay? Because when kids start coming, it comes with different kinds of stress and different levels of lifestyle that you need to be put together to be able to manage it. More things will surface that you will actually say, wow. So the earlier you manage things, the better. These are the things they are not telling you before the wedding bell rings. I hope I am able to pass some lessons. So if there's anything that I didn't add here, feel free to add it at the comment section. Again, this is my own point of wisdom. You can add yours at the comment section, and it doesn't have to be what you think. This is just entirely what I think and based on my own experience. So this is it for this review. Have a lovely Sunday and a lovely weekend. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video, especially if you learn from it. Thank you very much. You know I love you. One love. Bye. Bye.